Welcome back to It's New, the special Christmas Eve edition, right? I was going to wear my Bing holiday sweater, but I forgot to put it on. Now I just remembered. Oh, well. Any event, Greg, what do you got for us?
All right. For if you haven't been naughty as a Google Ads advertiser, there's new asset level conversions and brand guidelines that will be in effect.
Cool. Talking about being naughty, if you have any manual actions, your Google Ads may be disapproved.
Google is rolling out AI overview layout SERPs. What does that mean for your traffic? We don't know yet, but let's dig in and find out.
Jeez, are you trying to copy my amazing videos?
Yeah, because yesterday you said we were bringing the channel down. So I'm trying just to uplift it. I also want to say, because I felt like unwanted, like, we're bringing your channel down. Hell no, we won't go. Keep Greg and Mordy on the show. Hell no, we won't go. Keep Greg and Mordy on the show.
Okay. All right. So there's going to be a protest of people lining up the streets. I don't want to end the show, so I don't think we're ending it. Don't worry about it. That being said, let's get into the news. We have to do the yada, yada, yada.
Okay. So from Google Ads, there's new asset level conversion data for Performance Max campaigns. What that means, and Menachem Ani had found this, there's a little bubble that shows up. Apparently, if you have this enabled, where it says you can use new conversion and conversion value columns for assets, that means you can go in and say, like, here is the combo of callouts or site links or headlines, all the different things that influence any type of conversion, and then also the conversion value associated with it. Is this super helpful? No. If you look at what Menachem has shared, there's a lot of kind of shared conversions on there. So you can see it's like a site link or call out. It doesn't seem like you're able to see which one that is necessarily, though maybe you could. But the bigger thing here is it like leaves the cost side out of things, which is like so goofy, because if you don't have cost and you have conversion value, that like doesn't help you much. And if you have conversion value, it doesn't have cost, that doesn't help you much either. Those two things kind of work hand in hand to say, like, here is my conversion value over cost, right? Your return on ad spend. So could this be helpful? Yes. Hopefully they build it out a little bit more and make it more palatable to see where you're spending. And that could be kind of cool. But hey, any Performance Max reporting updates in my stocking this year, I am taking it. Another thing that will happen as of the 20th of January in 2025, campaigns that are set up with Performance Max will need to have brand guidelines enabled, and you will need to have a business name and logo as a brand asset. I think this is great. Not hard to set up. You can just use whatever colors you have, and having that logo helps Google to make a variety of different ads at different sizes, things like that. And if you don't have a logo or business name, it looks pretty bad. Forget all the verification things. It just looks like a bad ad. So I don't know if people still don't have that out there. I like that it's a requirement for PMax. If you don't want to use it, just don't use PMax.
And talking about bad ads, Google has updated, or will be up. Actually, it looks like they already updated the abusing the ad network policy. Now they will include clarification on enforcement actions regarding sites that may have violated Google's spam policies for web search. Now, this is Google saying if a site or a page has a manual action, a organic search manual action found in Google Search Console, any ads pointing to those websites or destination URLs, any destination URLs pointing to those sites will be disapproved. Google said advertisers should not violate Google search spam policies, in particular ads that point to destinations that have been removed from Google search through a manual action will be disapproved. Site owners are notified about this through Search Console about those manual actions. So keep that in mind. Google's bridging those spam policies on the organic side more with the paid side, and if you have a manual action, any ads pointing to those manual actions should be disapproved.
I think this is weird. I do. Like, how are you saying just because this violates the organic side of things, it impacts a completely different side of the business? With advertising, like you're not. I don't know. I think it's.
All right. So let me see. If I have I have an ad for Disney cartoons, and what's really serving on that page is cloaked content that leads to some weird porn fetish that Mordy has. And that site received a manual. Let me finish. That site received a manual action for cloaking and abusing the Google search spam policies. You're okay as long as to have an ad in Google pointing to that Morty weird fetish porn stuff, even though it says Disney ads.
Not to Morty stuff. That's really dark. But technically, isn't like the site reputation abuse policy a manual action? So who cares? You set up a coupon site. You want to run traffic to it. I am not doing anything inappropriate. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not doing anything out of the blue other than hosting something on my own site. And you're not going to let me run ads to it because it violates a search policy that I'm not even like a part of. I'm running ads.
Wait, Greg, if I am a baseball player and I'm Alex Rodriguez, I took steroids.
Yeah.
Because then I got suspended for a year. Can I go now play professional football for the NFL?
You like, let's say you use a cork bat in baseball. That's a better analogy because both things are illegal in the other one. If you use a cork bat in MLB, I hope they don't hold it against you in the NFL. But you got too much pine tar.
I hope you're not using a bat in the NFL.
Right, but what I'm saying is like, why would a site reputation abuse policy play into account for an ad for your ads account? It doesn't make sense.
You're a scumbag.
It's true. If you think about it, the only reason there's a site reputation abuse policy is because the purpose, the intent behind that is to manipulate Google's organic ranking system.
Right.
If you're paying anyway for those ads, that's okay. So there's a lot of, it should be more, they should be more specific about which manual actions violate this that would generate a disapproval, but it says anything. So now this makes it clear. Site reputation abuse, got a manual action for that. You can't go ahead and advertise for it to make up for the difference.
Well, the cork bat analogy actually is pretty good.
Oh, thanks. And the pine tar works too.
Oh, pine tar's great stuff.
And you got lifts in your shoes, LeBron. You get kicked out of the league.
Those balls are a little deflated, Tom.
Yeah.
All right, Mordy on the AI organized results.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So we talked about this before as it was tested. We saw multiple iterations for multiple kinds of search, but officially now for restaurant-related queries. So you search for, bars in New York City, and the search will be organized according to various different types of venues. So like businessmen who are lonely, who better than drinking alone, bars for them. And then bars with a view or, bars without alcohol. And organize the search for.
Morty, did you put your fetish in at the end or at the beginning of that query?
You put the fetish at the beginning. The most important part of the query goes first.
Are these personalized?
For me?
Yeah.
I'm not a businessman.
Oh. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. What's interesting is Google literally just announced this right before the holidays, and I assume some restaurants are pretty busy during the holiday season. So now if you were ranking well for steakhouse or diner near me or something like that, this might change that up. It might be good if you're in the first category, but it might be really bad if you are if you are not showing up anymore and if they categorize you somewhere in the bottom. So keep that in mind. Google is trying to kill restaurants right before the holiday season. Make a new video about that.
I smell another YouTube video coming.
Any event, everyone have a great holiday. And we'll probably be back on Thursday. Is that good?
Works for me.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm Jewish. Doesn't make a difference.
Sounds good. All right. Everybody be well. Bye-bye.